there goes my lift. I'm on my own now. I'm on. Hi campers, hope you're doing well. Welcome to Cornwall, and more specifically welcome to the southwest coast path. Got my backpack locked and loaded. I'm out for a hike, and mate, I'm doing about 7 miles today, and I'm going to be camping tonight somewhere. I'm going to throw down my bivvy. So, yeah, back down Cornwall for a few days on holiday with my wife. A clip I think I might have put in earlier, me getting dropped off by the father-in-law. Thanks Ian for dropping me off, and their my in-laws and my wife are picking me up tomorrow at some point, mid to late morning. So, yeah, I've covered about 1.5 miles already since my previous footage. I want to try and get to the point over there. It's called Ration Head. There's a chapel on top of the hill over there that I want to get to, and stop there probably for lunch. The weather is forecast to be a bit crap today, a bit rainy. Standard for me when I come down here camping. I've yet to have a dry camp down here. So yeah, I'm prepared for a bit of wet weather. Yeah, got my gaiters on, and let's get ready to ramble. Let's get ready to ramble. Let's get ready to hike. We'll just wreck the hike. We'll just wreck the hike. Psych. Here we go then. So it is stunning around here though. I'd love to have one of these chalets. I'd quite happily live in one of them. I bet it's beautiful. Sorry folks, I had to take a bit of a diversion off the path then, because I was just getting absolutely battered by rain. I just thought, just take a little diversion that'll shelter me a little bit from the rain that's pushing in from the coast. So, yeah, I sort of skirted around Ration Head there, which is a shame because it looks like a nice place. But I want to continue on in that direction, scope out a spot that I have in mind for camping. And if it goes to plan, it should be in amongst some woodland. So yeah, if I find this spot I'll be really excited, so I'll bring you back. But yeah, I wimped out a little bit because of the rain, but I'm still going to keep on trucking. I'm back on the coast path, and a little less soaked than I was a short while ago. Starting to rain again. One of the cool things about navigating the southwest coast path is that you don't need to be a genius in map reading. Depending on which direction you're walking the path, you just got to keep the sea on one side and land on the other. So I'm going anti-clockwise at the moment, so I'm keeping the sea on my right and the land on my left. And if you keep that, follow that principle, you can't go wrong. If you fall in the sea, chances are you've taken the wrong turn. I think I found home for the night, folks. This is the woodland I was looking for. It's not exactly flat, but I think I can figure something out. You've got that glorious view out to sea. It's raining steadily at the moment, so I think I'm going to throw a tarp up now and get under some cover, get a brew on. Hi campers. So just been from the last sequence I filmed where I found the spot, just a couple hundred metres that way. Pitched a tarp, sat under it for a little bit whilst it rained heavily, and then I just thought it wasn't quite the pitch I had in mind, so I put the tarp away and scrambled around the coastline a bit, and I found this spot here. And it's obviously one that's used by a few folks because they've been crafting away there, making a little bench, and there's a bit of a fire scar over there. So yeah, it's obviously used quite a bit, so I quite like the look of this spot actually. So I think I'm going to pitch up here now, and this was actually the spot I had in mind that I'd sort of scoped out on Google Maps. It's this little spit of land jutting out with lots of wooded cover, lots of lovely looking trees overhead, and spectacular views as well. You're kind of looking out to across the Plymouth Sound here. So out on the horizon there, that's Plymouth. Got Drake's Island over there. Yeah, just over there, and then around the bay here got Cool Sand and King Sand, which is a beautiful little fishing village where I'm going to get picked up by the in-laws tomorrow. So yeah, this is going to be my home for the night, folks. I'm going to settle here now. The other reason I wanted to move from round the corner there is that there was a private dwelling just a stone's throw away, and I didn't really want to camp near them. For the sake of privacy. As with the last spot, this isn't exactly flat level here, but it will do. It will do. Good for hammocking here, I think, but I will figure something out, I'm sure. I'm not sure I want to camp underneath that tree, mind. Looks a bit of a widowmaker. Yeah. Bit sketchy. There we go then, folks. Just got the Terra Nova 7x5 tarp tonight, and then I've got the bivvy bag to go underneath that. I've got the Dutch hoop bivvy. For my birthday the other day, my wife got me another one of the Outhaus sort of ground sheets, wax canvas with wool on top. This is a larger one, that's about sort of half your body length, I'd say, about a metre or so by, I don't know, 80 centimetres perhaps. Really nice. So yeah, go and check them out on outhaus.co, and yeah, let's chill out under here for a bit. The rain's eased off now, but got a lovely view out to sea, and sort of pitched that end in a sort of A-frame because that's where the rain's coming in from, and that's a little bit lower that end as well. And then this end I got up a bit higher with the stick so I can enjoy the view. Happy days. Thought I'd just give David Friars a bit of a shout out on his lovely pouches here. I've got a few on display here that some are new, some I've been using for a little while. Got my brew kit and a bit of the stove in there and the windshield, and a little bag of tools there, my Swiss Army knife and torch and ferrocerium rod. My food bag there, I'll show you what's in that in a moment. And then a couple of new additions I've got off Dave recently. I've got the sort of Crusader pouch that he's started selling on his Etsy store. The ones he's got in his Etsy store, I believe, are a little bit different. This is one of his earlier models. They've got sort of pockets around the front where you can put a spoon and whatnot in. And I've also got this off of Dave recently as well. This is a little pocket-sized pouch, and I'm using this as a bit of a first aid kit. It's got plasters and bandages and medication in there. But I'll open that up and show you what's inside. I'll show you the inside of it as well. So I've got a selection of hand sanitizers, plasters, bandage there, and inside there's a nice little pocket, extra pocket in there, and I've got medication in there like paracetamol and like indigestion tablets and whatnot. But yeah, it's a really nice little pouch. It's got a pocket on the back too, which I've got some more wipes in. But yeah, basic first aid kit there. So in my food bag here, I've got a 24-hour military ration pack from and this one's from the French military. And I've decanted it from the box that it came in into one of Dave Friars' pouches here. And I remember when he started selling these, he said that he made them to accommodate a 24-hour ration pack, probably from the British Army, I guess. But yeah, it works perfectly. So I'll show you what I've got in here, because the French ones, I've not tried them before, but I anticipate the French being pretty good at all this food malarkey. So let's get it out and I'll show you what's what. So, I want up in no particular order. I've got all the loose bits in. I've got some pate, pate de foie, de vol. I can't even pronounce that. It's pate. I'm sure it'd be lovely. Combat fuel, coffee flavoured protein bar, some kind of soup mix, some vegetable soup, I think that is. Sort of hot chocolate, coffee. I'm hoping there's some tea bags in there as well, though me being me, I bought my own. Packet of tissues. Biscuits du campagne, and there's 3 different flavours of biscuits in there, sort of sweet, savoury, and something else. Biscuits with cereals in. My breakfast is muesli. I'm guessing you just add water to that. And then some more bars. I've got another combat fuel one. It's a banana protein bar. Fruit bar of some sort, I'm guessing that's peach, and a nougat, nougat. Nice bar of chocolate, some apricot jam, energy drink that you mix with water, and then you've got the main meals here. So for lunch you've got a kind of tuna salad, I think, which I'm going to have in a minute, and then lasagna, beef lasagna, and they come in these nice tins as well, which I quite like. And then there's a dessert option here which I'm a bit worried about, which is dates something or other. So dates sort of pudding. My mate Chris, Wilderness Nomad, had one of these recently, and he's warned me about this pudding. It does terrible things to your digestive system, let's put it that way. And then final thing in the bag is this little Esbit stove that you use to cook up everything, and it comes with a neat little setup here. Really, you've got a rubbish bag as well. So this is the stove. You sort of bend it into shape. Got a little bin bag, rubbish bag there. box of matches and some toothpicks, very French. Some water filtration tablets, the Esbit fuel tablets, and then this little device here, which is a pot holder. You can sort of hold it like so you don't burn your hands. That's kind of neat. And that's that. Just waiting for me water to boil for a cup of tea. Let's get that handle out of the way. Cup of tea will be with me in a minute, I think. And I'll put this lot away. I'm going to leave lunch out though, because I am Hank Marvin. So I've just cracked open this tuna salad, and it's basically tuna with couscous or quinoa, one or the other. Or you could also describe it as cat food. But it's actually quite tasty. Got peppers and onions in it. Just got the Royal Navy sailing past. Of course, they have a quite a large naval base in Plymouth, so no surprises there. So one of the things I wanted to do whilst I was out on this camp is say a big thank you to a few people, a few of my nearest and dearest, because a few days ago, just over a week ago, I celebrated a birthday. I think I might have mentioned it on a previous video that I had one coming, and it was a big one. It was my 40th, big 40. I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. Like, Barney, you cannot be a day over 30, if ever there was one. But no, I know. I look youthful and exuberant, but yeah, I'm 40, so sorry to disappoint. But one of the things that I wanted to say thank you for was a number of my friends and family, my mum Mick, my mother and father-in-law Ian and Joan, and a few of my dearest friends, Ben, Paul, Ant, Daz and Phil. They all sort of gifted me either some vouchers to spend with Ray Mears on his website, or some money, and so I pulled all of that together, and I wanted to get something that would carry some sentimental value for it being a gift from my nearest and dearest, and on quite a big birthday, big year. So I went and bought myself something from the Ray Mears site, which was this. Bought myself a Ray Mears Bushcraft knife, and doesn't come with this lanyard. I did that myself, but these knives are quite special things indeed, and I'm very pleased with it. It's made out of the Emberleaf workshop in Sussex. There's the logo. And it really is rather nice. The quality of the knife is quite spectacular. It's got lovely micarta scales on it, and the design of this knife was quite important to me, because Emberleaf Workshops have made this one based upon the previous model of the Woodlord knife that was made. It was the Wilkinson sword reproduction one. That was made some time ago, and a friend of mine, Andy, and hello Andy if you're watching this, he's got one of the Wilkinson sword Ray Mears knives, and I think the design of that knife in particular is really spot on. The blade is just the right dimension, just the right size. It really is a nice knife to handle, and rest assured folks that this knife, it's not a cheap knife, that's for sure. I put all of the money in the vouchers that I got together for my birthday, and added a little bit more money to it from another knife that I sold recently, and that gave me enough to go out and order this beautiful specimen. and I can't wait to start using it, which in itself is kind of controversial for these knives, because so many people buy these knives and they don't bloody well use the things. They call them drawer queens because they just put them in the drawer, and they become a collector's item. Rest assured, this knife is as important to me as it is. It's going to get used, and it's going to feature in a lot of upcoming videos and camps. I'm currently debating whether to take this on the week-long course that I'm doing with Joe O'Leary next month. I'm doing his Living Wild course, where I'm going to be basically living like a caveman for a week with very limited kit to use, and I'm thinking I'm going to take this knife with me and see how she fares. But yeah, I just want to say a big thank you to all of you guys who helped me get this. There isn't I wouldn't even dream of getting a knife like this were it not for those gifts. So yeah, it's going to be very important to me, this knife, and thank you all very much indeed. So yeah, very proud new owner of this knife. I've got another brew on the go. Yeah, the weather's closed in a little bit. It's raining at the moment. As you'll see, I've laid out the bivvy bag. I've just crawled in it for a bit of taking my boots off, because it is reasonably chilly at the moment. Bit of a wind blowing through the rain, and we're probably gotten a bit sweaty having walked 5 miles. Yeah, starting to chill down a bit, so I'm just crawled into the bivvy bag just to put a few layers on now, just to warm up a bit. But yeah, all good otherwise. I haven't gotten into my fart sack yet. I'm saving that for later. Just been hunkering under a tarp for about an hour or so, just chilling out, drinking tea, eating some of the ration pack. Yeah, the weather's been a bit grim. You know, it's always grim when I come down to Cornwall for a camp or just a bimble. I always get crap weather. So it's crazy. I have very bad luck when I camp in Cornwall, but hey ho. I knew it was going to be a bit crappy, so I prepared as such. Just got to take the rough with the smooth, haven't you? But could be worse. Got some spectacular views out to sea. Got the old Royal Naval ship out there waiting to go into port. I'm guessing it's been docked there for I'm guessing it's dropped anchor there. It's just sort of cruising around, presumably waiting to be able to go into port. We've got the sort of sea crashing in down there as well. Probably could scramble away down there if I wanted to, but I don't fancy it, if I'm honest. The ground's quite slippy. Yeah, very nice. So the weather's still a bit grim. I haven't really done an awful lot, so I'm being quite lazy. But that's kind of been the whole point of this camp race, to come out, enjoy the outdoors and relax a little bit. I've got some busy camps coming up in the future, so it's getting on towards 5 o'clock now, so I'm gonna have a little aperitif. I don't know why I just did that before me lasagna for tea. So I've dipped into the ration pack and I've got this pate out, and some of the biscuits are salted. I nibbled on the cereal flavoured biscuits earlier with some apricot jam. That was quite nice. So I'm going to crack this open and see how similar it is to cat food. Oh, it's awful. No. Well, that was so awful that I'm cracking open my beer, or one of them anyway.
when in Rome, you got to have Cornish beer. Oh, that's better. That's a lot better. I wasn't going to have the beer, to be honest with you, but it's so it's quite chilly. It's quite chilly out here, so I thought sod it. I'll just pack them home. But I need to wash that taste of that rancid pate out of my mouth. If the French are good at anything, you'd think it'd be food, wouldn't you? But the ration pack so far has been mediocre at best. So I've got high hopes for the lasagna later. We'll see what that's like. Right folks, so it's just come up to 6 o'clock. The rain's been persistent for the last few hours. Just been hunkering under the tarp, chilling out. And for tea I've got from the French ration pack this lasagna with beef, and I've got high hopes for this. Lasagna is one of my all-time favourite meals, bar none. And it's got a picture of a very cheerful chef on the front of it, so that's filling me with optimism as well. Rather than use the Esbit stove that came with the ration pack, I'm just going to use my Crusader cooker with me Des Catty's burner in there. Just going to pop that on the top and see what happens. I'm guessing I've just got to heat it through for a few minutes and suck it and see. So I'll bring you along. Right, so that's on. That's what it looks like. It looks pretty vile, if I'm honest. But let's give it a go. There we go then folks. That's had about 10 minutes on the stove. Still looks disgusting. So let's see what it's like. Well, lots of meat in it. You know, it tastes better than it looks. God knows what they put in this. But, to be fair, quite a lot of meat in here. A lot of beef. Yeah. Surprisingly, or pleasantly surprised with that, I think. Well, that wasn't too bad, actually, that lasagna. It was quite tasty. Plenty of meat in there and a little bit of cheese and pasta. You know, couldn't knock that really. But overall, not that impressed with the French rations. They're okay, but they're quite expensive for what they are. I think I paid about 15 quid for that lot, or 12 quid. Which is cheap by what you can normally get them for. But yeah, I'm just not sure about them. But next up for dessert, I've got a nice Belgian beer. This is a nice Trappist triple. I'm expecting this one to be a bit lively when I open it, and I'm going to drink it slowly because it's about 9.5%. Gently opening it. Oh, there we go. Last time I got a beer, a Belgian beer, it went absolutely everywhere. But yeah, Cheers. Ooh. Do you know what? The Belgians smash it out the park every time they make a beer. It is delicious. Have to decant a bit of that. Feels a bit uncouth drinking Belgian beer out of a bottle. Well, there you go. I'm going to settle down, enjoy this beer, and just look out to sea. The weather really has closed in now, but it is forecast to ease up later in the night, so I should be rewarded with a reasonably dry pack up. So I'll bring you back later. Morning, folks. Looks like it'll be a lovely morning. Cheers. Well, that wasn't a bad night's sleep. Had a bit of a slope to deal with, but I sort of managed to sleep okay. And the weather cleared up around about midnight, pretty much as forecast as well. So we've woken up to a lovely morning. Just seen the sun creep through the clouds briefly, and they've gone back behind the clouds. I thought that the HMS Dauntless out there had disappeared during the night, but no, still there. Quite an impressive ship to look at, really. So I've got a couple of hours now to get packed up, have some breakfast, and meet my my mother-in-law and wife for a pickup, and carry on with the holiday. It's been really nice to get away. I haven't really done anything at all, really. I was hoping to do a bit of carving down here with the new knife, but there wasn't really much around in terms of wood. I didn't really fancy getting stuck into this very well seasoned wood here, which I think might be oak. I'm not 100% sure, and would have been rock hard. So I ended up just sheltering from the weather, staying dry, eating my ration pack, which was average at best, and just chilling out, relaxing underneath the tarp, enjoying the scenery. And lovely scenery it is too. It's a nice spot here. Not ideal for ground dwelling, I've got to say, but maybe one of those spots I'll come back to. I'll bring an air mattress because that'll help level the field a little bit. Or a hammock, but I don't have a hammock anymore.
Yeah, it's a nice spot. It's a nice little gem. Should keep this one in the back pocket. So for breakfast I've got the muesli from the ration pack. It's got fruit and yogurt in it, I think. So you just got to have water. About 120 mils it says, so I'll guess. And then give it a good mix. It's quite nice actually. There we go then folks, all packed up. All that's left there is a little dry patch. Packed away all my rubbish. I haven't completely packed away yet though. I've just moved my kit over there. I packed my shelter kit away, and that little kit bomb there is just my brew kit and my gaiters, and my bag cover got absolutely soaked yesterday. So yeah, I'm going to have one more brew and then I'll make my way off. And I think HMS Dauntless out there is doing the same thing as well. But look at that sunlight, isn't that glorious? What a lovely day. One last brew. So I just want to say thank you all for watching. It's probably been a bit of a boring upload, but it's been a nice camp nonetheless, nice and relaxing camp, and really enjoyed spending a bit of time at this spot, especially now when the weather's like this. It's glorious. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll bring you back soon. Bye for now. I've now got to scramble all the way up there. It's pretty steep. Should be fun. Whew. So I came just down there. Oh, that's steep. So I'm just arriving into the beautiful village, or villages, of Corsand and Kingsand, and really is quite a picturesque Cornish village. I'll show you around. Up on top of the hill there is an old fort, which I believe has been converted into a posh hotel. camped just around the bay there, just around the headland there.